Good afternoon, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody had a great Labor Day. I know I did. Order some parts for the motor, which we're going to talk about today. But before we get started, like always, go follow me over on Instagram at Austin04_Z71 and hit that subscribe button below. At the time I make this video, we're really close to 10,000. It was like 9,700 or something this morning, so we're getting really close. I'm getting pretty excited. It's gonna be awesome to hit 10,000. And I think the engine build we're doing here is gonna be a great thing for the channel. Everybody seems to be pretty excited to see it, and it should be a good time. I'll make lots of videos with it, but without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on today's video. Alrighty, so there is the future heart of my truck. If you guys have been a subscriber here on the channel, you already know we're going to be building another LM753 for that truck. Currently has an LM7. People lost their minds wondering why in the world I bought another LM753 to put in there. The one in the truck's got 316,000 miles on it. I really don't want to build a 5.3 with over 300,000 miles. That doesn't make much sense. And plus this is my daily driver, so for now, daily driver for now. We'll be getting another vehicle here soon, hopefully on the channel. But right now it's a daily driver, and commuting for school and work and all that, it's not gonna work. I can't just tear this motor down and be without it for a while. That's why I got that, got a good deal on it. We're gonna build that one up, and as soon as it's ready, you know, it'll be hopefully maybe a long weekend job of taking this one out, putting that one in, and all of that. So at the time I made the video, I didn't really know what all I was going to do. I was still pretty much up in the air, but I've decided now, and a lot of people had input, and I've talked to a lot of people, called friends that knew stuff, and kind of came down to the consensus I have today. So, you know, I'm leaving the bottom end alone. So everybody talked about boring, bigger pistons, all this. Get that out of your head. We're not messing with the bottom end. That's kind of the reason I bought it, was I wanted the bottom end. That's all I wanted. They hold plenty of power. They're plenty strong, and of course it's an iron block 5.3. You know, if I want to go crazy one day, you can, but it's incredibly strong. It'll hold up to lots of power, and we're not going to make the power it would take to blow up that bottom end. So what I plan to do, and we had different ideas on it, and I just some of them were wild, and then I priced a bunch of parts, and I went back and forth on the whole thing, and I just came to the idea that we're going to do a pretty simple heads cam motor, and I'm doing it for the simple fact of I want to make good power, but I don't want to have this ridiculous build to where people watch it and then it's like, well, that's awesome. I wish I could do that, but I can't. I want to do something that's anybody could basically do and not break the bank. So I've ordered a part already. First part is already on order. It's probably what most people are going to be the most interested in, and it's probably the most influential part, some would say. You might know what I'm talking about, but that's coming up. Hopefully, maybe next video, maybe video after next. It'll be here. I think it'll be here by the end of the week. But it's coming from Texas, and that's all I'll tell you. I grabbed the intake manifold out of there off the motor for the new motor, because I wanted to talk about. I said I was doing heads cam. I'll get y'all spun around here. We're going to stick with the stock intake manifold. I've heard it's going to be fine for what we're doing. So I'm not actually going to use this one. I'm actually going to use the one that's on my truck currently, and I gotta look into this throttle body. The throttle body looks a little rough, and I might be able to clean it up. If it doesn't, we'll use the one that's already in the truck here. But we're gonna port and polish the throttle body, but leave the intake alone. So port and polish throttle body, and cam, headers, of course. Now that's one thing I want to talk about is it's the little things that everybody's forgetting about that makes it so expensive, you know. I'm going to buy new ignition coils. These are pretty old on this motor. There's really no sense in using them. I think one of them is actually going kind of bad. It kind of has a rough idle. So I don't want to use the coils off this motor. So we're not going to do that. We're going to do 1 3/4 headers. So and I've got to have cats for state inspection, so I'm just going to do a high flow cat. And if you're familiar with majority high flow cats, they have nothing in them. It's really not going to be anything that's going to restrict our power and make it sound, you know, not make it sound good. I promise you, we're going to do a high flow cat. So headers, high flow cat, ported, unpolished throttle body, heads, and a big cam, and we'll see what we make doing that. I've heard people throw out numbers. I've done research and had numbers thrown out. You know, 400s, in the 400s maybe, hopefully. So, and of course, once I get it done, I'm going to dyno tune it. I'll find a shop. I've already got a shop in mind, and we're going to dyno tune it. Now, I'm going to, this week, call that shop and see about getting a baseline pull done on the motor that's in here now. So that way we can compare how much power this motor is making right now in this truck versus how much power we're gonna make on the new motor. And of course, I will not go on the dyno with 35s because it'll show no power. No power on 35s. So I'll get the stalkers out and we'll go down to the shop, hopefully, and get a baseline pull and get a base number. You know, what the motor in it now makes, and then how much power we make after cam heads, headers, you know, the supporting mods, as we'll call it, you know, the intake, all that. How much more it's going to add versus what's in here now. So it's going to be awesome. I'm trying to line up taking this right now to an 1/8 mile track as well, and running a 1/8 mile in it, going one night, making a couple passes and getting an idea of what it runs now. And I can already see people jumping to the comments screaming, it's a truck, it's not fast. It's not a Corvette. Nobody thinks it's a Corvette. I don't think it's a Corvette. I don't think it's anything crazy fast. It's a truck. But we're making it quick for a truck. I'm not out here saying my truck's going to be whooping up on Mustangs and Camaros and Corvettes and all that. We're just going to make good power out of the truck. So chill with all the comments. I had a ton of comments about that. I was just like, when in the video did I say we were going to be this crazy wild truck? But on the rant there, it's not going to be, but it should run pretty good. I'm pretty excited to see the number game. Definitely hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I hope this answered questions on what we were going to do. I know it's kind of a video where I'm rambling on and on, but I just wanted to clarify all the things that we were going to be doing so you guys had an idea, and to let you know that there was a part on the way. And as far as a date on when it goes in, I still do not know. Stuff's got to come, stuff's got to get lined up, you know. I got to get the shop that I'm going to do it in lined up, you know. The guy that's going to help me do it, and I've got to find time when it's a break between work and school. So right now, tentatively, I'm hoping within the month, but we'll see what happens with that. So stay tuned to the channel. Hopefully I'm up to 10K soon. Hopefully we get there, and that's going to be awesome. And I thank you guys for all your support. It's amazing, and I hope that this is going to be entertaining for you guys, because it's going to be fun for me too. And stay tuned, because it's going to be fun. So drop any comments you got down below. Hit me up on Instagram if you got some questions. You put them in the DMs. I try to respond to comments, but get so many nowadays, I can't always see all the comments. So if you got a real question, go over to the DMs. I try to check those about once a day. And for the 4th or 5th time, hit that subscribe button. We're so close, and appreciate you guys watching. Take care. Have a great day.